I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Doomsday Aftermath. Today we rejoin the party. They have escaped the Mad Hatter and his machinations and have encountered um, minions from Atlantis who have attempted a hostile takeover of the east coast of America, but were turned back by a concerted effort between uh, Great King Rat and his Justice League Gotham and Super Lex Luthor and the Super Friends protecting um, Metropolis, as well as some other heroes who arose to protect, the southern coasts. And so the Atlanteans have been turned back for now, but their alliance with the Shark Kingdom and Great King Shark is in question after you guys convinced Great King Shark that Orm is, well, you know, for description purposes, I was just, I meant the royal, not the, you know so it wouldn't be wrong to say, Aquaman and his Justice League. It doesn't mean Aquaman's in charge. um but anyway, you guys have dealt with the threat for now and are kind of, in the middle of deciding what to do next here. So, that's pretty much where we pick up, is with you guys able to discuss what it is that you want to do moving forward. There's the threat from Orm, the Ocean Master in Atlantis. He is very angry at the surface world and wants to make it pay. There is Lex Luthor and whatever the fuck's going on with his multiplying supermen. Not because now he's got two of them, and like the one looks just like Superman but with yellow sunglasses on, and the other one looks just like Superman, and then there's a brown Superman flying around. Brown costume, not brown skin. That would not be how I would refer to Superman if he was different color skin.
What term would you use, Arrakis? What exactly is the correct term for such a Superman?
Uh Black
I'm
Superman?
just gonna.
I don't know, Mr. Popo Superman. That's probably offensive. But hey,
Yeah,
I didn't invent any of these characters. God damn it, you know.
African American
You know
Superman sounds like
what
the
I
one-
would call Superman if he was black? Steel, because that's the character. So anyway, call him Shaquille O'Neal. So you guys are, either still out in the middle of the ocean or flash forward to back at the base where you can, decide what it is that you do because obviously with Deep Night not being here right now, the player pursuing Orm right now might not be at the top of your priority lists.
I do want to write down that there were several unconscious Atlanteans. I'm just gonna paw those guys over for some sort of fucked up little communication device.
They have those conch shells. They only work on the Atlantean network.
That's fine. I just want to be able to contact Orm eventually to ask him if you to ask his. I was gonna say something neat about Orm, but I just want to see if he could like meet up with us at some lagoon somewhere, so we could actually get a list of demands instead of just a fucking army of aquatic people.
Yeah. So I mean, they do have those conch shells like what you saw Deep Night using. So
All right, taking
you,
one.
you
Where's King Shark going? What's he doing?
uh, King Shark is a shark.
Uh, does they say that while he walks away? Like, is he?
King Shark is a shark.
Uh, yeah, I get it, but also like, where are you going?
Well, King Shark is a shark.
I know he says words. Damn, I know he says words. He says. Fucking aquatic Groot. I mean, if we can get a meeting with Lex, it'd be fantastic and something I've been trying to do for a while now.
With Lex Luthor?
Yeah, talk to him about.
Oh
What
yeah,
the fuck.
yeah. They'll schedule a meeting with you.
I've been trying to do that for so long now.
Yeah, what do you want to talk to him about?
All the fucking Supermen,
Oh, right. So you just
and the
want
fact that he might have kidnapped an electricity-themed hero to power one of them.
to. So you want to grill him for shit about that?
I not really grill him because I don't think he caught into that. Now that he's, now that his fat fucking ego has been stuffed into a super suit.
Yeah. We should get medals.
We should.
Like they sent like the fucking super brigade to deal with the other wave. We took care of ours. Get like a
Mhm.
medal of valor in the mail and sent to us.
I mean, I'm sure if you drew a map of it or whatever, that the fucking three Supermen took care of like a big fucking swath, you know?
Well, yeah, but none of them were here, so how do they know ours wasn't just as big?
It's true. They were pissed off at us.
So if you guys give it, 12 hours, you're gonna get a call from Catherine Colbert, letting you know that the UN would like to present the entire Justice League with, honorary sashes or whatever to, commemorate your protecting the East Coast. And it wasn't just the East Coast. The French and English and whatnot heroes also like protected the coasts of their nations.
Ah,
Okay. They're all standing in the fucking line drinking at the
Le Batman and
fucking
see
Captain Mime and the Brioche lad, whatever the fuck they have over there.
Senor Hombre Supremo, and all of those guys were helping too. So they are all like Chewbacca. They're all going to be honored by the UN in 2 days time. There's going to be a huge ceremony.
That's nice. I'm glad they're doing something.
So the invite goes out to Viv, Tremor, Deep Night, and Guest.
Of course. My fucking Justice League just fucking and guess. There might be the name mix up. I might let them pass on the name.
I mean, they did include you.
Yeah,
just in a kind of shitty, underhanded sort of way.
Yeah,
racism.
it's the theme to Gilligan's Island and the rest.
Oh yes, like the same three extras they kept using to play so many different ethnicities on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Remember the blackface episodes of Gilligan's Island?
Oh my God, that show, it was a different era. Yeah. So, if you guys get that, invite emailed to you and all of that, you can print it out and we can, pretty much skip forward to that or whatever you want to do.
That and just the update on how long it's gonna take Lex to fucking pen us in.
Oh,
Also,
Lex would love to meet with
sorry,
you before the medal ceremony.
perfect.
Ah, yeah,
I
he
can
probably
say
has something
something.
he wants to say to us.
Can I say something very, very funny real quick?
I mean, you can try. We'll see what
Uh,
happens.
Travis is unable to talk right now because his roommate is loudly singing sea shanties.
He can't be singular, and also he's stopped for now.
And I'm never ever sick at sea. What,
He
never?
sings, worse than
No,
that,
never.
he sings just the chorus of the Wellerman over and
Oh,
over and over again. Travis is going feral, and I don't blame him.
that is either the best or worst roommate ever.
What the hell was that?
What?
Oh,
Was I the only one that just heard distant yelling from someone else?
Yeah, no,
Yes,
they're.
there was articulate yelling.
Yep.
before I am gonna just side note get Great King Shark set up somewhere. Probably like a loft apartment above someplace that can afford to keep him fed.
Great King Shark is a shark?
Yeah, no, of course, buddy. You're making the effort. I figured I'd do the same.
Oh, hey, it's Hazard.
Hi.
Great King Shark is a shark.
I hope I'm not late.
Yeah, Great King Shark is a shark.
You are not.
So what is he? What is he then, Viv, huh?
Time isn't real.
Viv, you're still not in the game.
So, what do you guys do?
Oh, there's
Oh, Hazard, you guys just got invited to go to a honorary ceremony to celebrate you guys stopping the Atlanteans from invading the coastlines.
But what about the Atlantean prisoner?
What about them?
We're going to interrogate him, aren't we?
we just took his cell phone to talk to Orn eventually. To send a threatening message to the fucking King of Atlantis.
I mean, whatever you guys want to do, we can not, move forward and just have you guys still out in the middle of the ocean if you want. I don't care.
I don't cotton to fucking torturing some guy. Some fucking Atlantean 17-year-old who had a fucking plasma rifle.
If it makes you feel any better, they're like basically merfolk.
I mean, yeah, but military's military, you know? Like, especially when they're spread.
I'm just saying
Incredibly.
they're not really human per se,
Oh, yeah, but
But
they're
they-
like sentient. Freaking Rat's not a human.
Yeah, so don't really try and confuse everyone with sentience and sort of all those things.
It's
I'm just
Long
saying if
support-
you got to choke a fish to get some information,
what information do you even want, honestly, from this game? What are you talking?
Tell us who's turning the frogs gay.
It's actually Alex Jones the whole time.
Yeah, the secret end boss is Alex Jones.
God, I can't wait.
As we beat him, he just turns more red.
His health bar indicator.
How physically red he is.
Yeah.
Before you go releasing him and taking his phone, Geek Knight has one thing to say to him.
Uh-huh.
Tell Orm that he shall fail in tainting the good name of Atlantis.
You can tell him yourself when he comes to the surface to conquer all of your precious surface folk, you traitor. Patooey, I spit in your general direction.
That doesn't work
Just
underwater.
sort of like, just calmly walks away and says, I am not a grudge type, I am not a grudge type, I am not a grudge type, I am not a grudge type.
No, fuck off. You're absolutely a grudge type. Every time somebody says
Yeah.
the word Lex Luthor, you fucking bust
Yeah,
the
it
vent.
could have fooled me.
He's trying to be better ever since the talk with Great King Rat.
Alright, I got great news. You're gonna have a chance to prove it because we're talking to Lex Luthor now.
He just sort of holds his tongue and is just sort of calm. He's not going to like it, but he's not going to complain about it.
He is so calm that you can feel the waves of calmness just radiating off of him when you mention that you'll be meeting with Lex Luthor before the ceremony.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like if I watched a parade.
Like he is visibly calm.
In actuality, he's just sort of shaking.
Yeah,
but he's trying.
That's the joke. Is that like you could look at him and see how calm he is.
Yeah, that's the joke.
He is very much not calm, and it is obvious to everybody around that he is simply trying to, keep calm, even though he is far from it. And so you guys, uh, do you have any preparations or whatnot that you do before this meeting, or he wants you to stop by LexCorp tower. It's the one that's shaped like a giant L. Um,
Probably
so
because he's taken so many.
yeah. So if you guys wanna meet him there at LexCorp Towers, we can just jump to that. But if you have any preparations that you want to do beforehand, like now's the time.
All right. That was weird.
I mean, don't all speak up at once. Hello.
Uh, I mean, I don't have anything.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do other than like maybe hide a bunch of rocks in a backpack? Like that'd be the only like thing that you would ever do other than like either you have your suit on or you don't, and if you want to maybe try to hide some rocks that you can have it at your disposal, that would be like the only preparation you would ever really need to do. I get it.
Yeah.
But then again, you're not really the scientist of the group, like Viv or even Great King Rat might want to make some contacts with some of his connections, or Viv might have a spell or technology or something that she wants to use, for this. So I just want to make sure that those members of the party have had ample opportunity to have prepared for this if there's anything that they need or want or whatever.
What's the issue, real quick? I'm sorry.
Well, there's
somehow.
no issue. It's just you're going to LexCorp Tower to meet with Lex Luthor, and if there's anything special beyond your normal rat self, and obviously I would assume Deep Knight is wearing his Atlantean armor, um, and that you guys have your basic weaponry, such as Viv's gun or whatever she has on her. I would assume you guys have your basic equipment, whatever's on your sheet. But if there's anything aside from that that you want to do or prepare or have, like now's the time to let me know. Otherwise, we can just jump straight to you guys hopping across the harbor to Metropolis.
If Tremor's like trying to get a piece of tech to carry a bunch of rocks with him without looking like he got a fucking backpack full of rocks, Killer Moth has the inventor thing, +6 intelligence. You could probably throw something.
Well, yeah, but also remember he has geokinesis, so like literally he can have a solid slab of rock in his backpack and it wouldn't even look like he was carrying any weight at all because he's just,
Yeah, I can just line my pockets with rock.
exactly. Like the whole underneath of his clothing could all be rock and, yeah. So
Fair enough.
he's got means of doing it like just with his geokinesis is all I'm trying to say, that like resources don't need to be spent trying to help him out. He's got this. Now the amount of rock that he can bring with him might limit his overall rock usage in a fight if there's no other rock available. But most of the time, he's able to just, Sandman it up where he can take stuff from the environment and grow bigger all he wants.
And yeah, I mean, I bring something, but like, what do you bring for the guy who has literally everything? You know,
Yeah, the presidency.
An alien parasite that gives him a better life.
I don't got either of those. I'm a rat.
All right, Viv. No special preparations.
Probably go home and put away my bomb.
All right, you go hide your bong,
Just shut up.
and you come back. And I forgot. That's right. Do you guys actually take transportation, or do you ride the friendly skies of Viv's teleportation services?
I mean, there's no reason to get on. Is there like a public transit that goes across?
Uh, like a
Like a
bus.
fucking subway?
There's like a bus, I think.
If there was like a tube, like a fucking like a
I
bunch of people from their 9 to 5
I
or whatever.
don't think there is actually like a tunnel that goes underneath. I'm pretty sure it's just the bridge over with like buses, you know.
Yeah, well, let's teleport.
Viv, is that the plan?
Sure.
Okay. So Viv brings you guys. Do you go straight to the tower, or how do you do this?
I'll probably arrive like a block away and walk there.
Okay. And you guys open the portal and step through into a bright white light where on the other side is just another door that Viv opens, and you step through that into the glaring sunshine of Metropolis. The sun beats down on you, glinting off of the massive glass tower shaped like an L with a giant LexCorp sign on it. You can see security drones all around the building, and as you get closer, there is a giant gate guarded by several Lex drones that you know have the blasters. You guys have dealt with the drones before, and they stand there and scan your security clearance before allowing you in. Once inside, there's another huge security checkpoint with even more drones and human guards, and one of them escorts you through the lobby to the elevators and pushes the floor and turns a key for you, and you guys jet up to the penthouse suites of the LexCorp towers. This is Lex's private floors. He owns he owns the whole fucking building, obviously, but he owns like the top 10 floors, and each one is dedicated to like different things. But the top 3 floors are all one floor. It's a huge vaulted ceiling that is just this massive, like it's like a palace. The whole floor is open and leads up to his massive table. All around him are interactive holographic screens, and he is flying around in his super suit, using each of the different screens. He's like working on some kind of project. If any of you has any knowledge about engineering and science, you can roll to see if you can see what he's working on.
I specifically have biotech expertise.
This is a form of biotech, yes.
Oh, okay. Then my specific proficiency counts. 14.
All right, so you can't tell exactly what it is that he's doing, but there's a few things that give away that he is working on, um, cyborg-based technology, and whatever he's doing, like it involves trying to keep something alive, but it's whatever it is, it's like more than trying to keep an elephant alive.
Yeah.
Like it's like a life support system, but like this is strong enough to like support something huge like a fucking elephant, but like built for a man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And then he quickly, closes out his screens when he sees you guys, and he flies down. Ah, my friends, thank you for meeting with me. And he floats right in front of you. So, tell me, what news from Gotham?
Uh, you know, same as always, things refuse to stop happening. But it's back on its feet somewhat. Better than it was 2 weeks ago. That's gonna keep being that way.
And this Commissioner Gordon, has he been cooperative?
Of course, as much as he was with the old guy.
Ah, yes. That vigilante. They called him the Batman. I tell
Wouldn't you
you,
like him?
under my presidency, such wanton lawlessness will not be tolerated.
And Deep Knight is just sort of thinking to himself, well, he certainly has more honor than you.
You say that out loud?
No, he just thinks it.
All right. Yeah, it's nice to be able to put people under something. The oversight. It's a good thing.
Yes, my administration will be all about oversight and accountability.
We actually got a couple of. What are all the Supermen? Like, where are they coming from?
Ah, yes. Well, as we discussed in the press conference, Superman was brought back to life by myself and LexCorp uh, Laboratories. We were able to save the Man of Steel and restore him to full health. And in his gratitude, Superman has come to see the light that Lex Luthor is not his enemy, but his friend and savior. And this second Superman, as we said, he has come from Superman's Fortress of Solitude. It appears to be some sort of backup copy of Superman should he ever fall to the hands of a foe more powerful than he. He has stated that he has all the powers of Superman and so far has proven to be just as effective and for all intents and purposes is also Superman.
That's a lot of fucking Supermen. And honestly, I kind of feel the same way about it that I do about our little Batman issue over back in Gotham. big shoes to fill, the more the merrier. You know, as long as
Bat-
they're not.
Batman issue?
There's pretenders. You know, the old romping stuff.
Yes, I see.
Nothing we can't handle. They ain't hurting anybody. You know.
And I have found that vigilantism hurts everybody.
We've been how do I put this? There've been a couple that have been real how would you describe it, kind of the one that tried to cut our fucking heads off.
Problems?
Yeah. But for the most part they are like drinking that's floundering for a second. Like looking for the right way to phrase this. I mean, let's be honest. Like most of them are the guy's family, you know? Like it feels wrong to stop a kid from dressing up like his dad, you know, especially if he's not hurting nobody. We're trying to get him under the banner, you know, help. But it's considering all the stuff that's been happening, it's sort of gotten down the to do.
When the family of a lawless criminal follows them down that path, they become criminals themselves.
At this point, Deep Knight is just sort of just biting his tongue and just he looks like he's about to cuss so hard.
I mean, I know a thing or two about like having been a criminal. There's a lot of things that drive you to that place. And there's a lot of off ramps back. They're of more use to the rebuilding of Gotham as temporary vigilantes than they are as enemies to the Justice League. You know, I feel like it's pertinent to get the city back on its feet fully before we start trying to arrest everybody who dresses up like a bat. You know, it's on the list. It's something that we'll have to do eventually. But like with Atlanteans and all the villains still running around, it gets moved down there. You know.
I see. Well, perhaps I shall have to handle this.
I don't think you got us into Superman after a couple of fake Batman. The real guy couldn't even stand up to the Superman. You know. It's kind of like crushing an ant with a sledgehammer.
So long as they don't ruin my picnic.
God, that's very Lex Luthor.
Right?
Yeah,
I was actually kind of proud of that.
yeah. Jesus. What else? There was a. Where did that go? I don't know if I should still ask the Blink question. Because Blink, remember there was that guy who went missing. I don't know anything about that. Hazard, do you know about that? Were you party to that?
Party of what?
The Blink's electricity friend who went missing.
Yes, I was. He saw the place was raided and all that was raided and sort of like shards were everywhere. It was like there was a struggle. And it was theorized that that the that Lex took us took took the electric guy and is using him to charge the Superman copy.
Which one?
The one that isn't brown.
There's two that aren't brown. So don't say brown like that.
The one in Lex Luthor's care.
There's two in Lex Luthor's care.
The one that we saw that wasn't fighting Starro.
Alright.
The one that you guys met at the park, not the one in the yellow sunglasses.
Is the one in the yellow sunglasses that robot from
You don't know.
oh.
Also, yes.
Alright. I figured that was a yes but don't metagame.
Right.
Yeah. How did things go on your end with the Atlanteans, Lex?
Well, the Atlanteans were no match for the power of the Super Friends, and I sent them back with a message for Orm, offering him peace on the terms that, we would cut some of the funding for the offshore drilling once I took over as president.
Damn, you beat us to the fucking punch. We just stole one of the phones and then asked him to send a list of demands and shit and work from there. Of course you got it already.
Yes,
Deep
well,
Knight at this point is just trying not to explode. He's just almost slamming his face into the wall.
yes, well, the most intelligent man on the planet doesn't just sit around and wait for things to fix themselves.
Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. Yeah, of course. Uh, so this is a weird one, and I feel weird being the only one who's talking here. And King Rat looks at his friends, floundering a little. You know, Lex Luthor's he's like fucking 8 feet tall now in his
Well,
stupid suit.
well, okay, so Lex Luthor is normally around like 6'2" to 6'4", I believe. He's a pretty tall guy, and in his super suit it does indeed add 6 inches, so he's close to 7 feet, but
Somebody we were working with, Speedster, had a friend who went very missing in Metropolis. Electricity died. Seemed like there was a struggle and everything. You know anything about that?
Why would I?
It's your city. If somebody went missing in Gotham, you came asking us about it, we'd probably be able to give you something. If a stupid person went missing in Gotham.
Yes, well, unfortunately, I've never heard of this guy, and during the chaos after the Doomsday event, many vigilantes were temporarily in operation, though we seem to have, gotten most of that under control, especially here in Metropolis.
Is there an onboarding path if we run into somebody willing to join up?
As you know, we held trials for heroes wishing to join the Justice League who had not previously worked with LexCorp Securities. All those who, showed talent and promise were contacted, and if by any chance someone comes along that you know shows promise or talent in the future, we're always willing to, you know, interview them and find out if they would be an asset to our efforts.
Something very visibly dawns on Great King Rat's face, and that is, where, where are all these, where are you keeping all these fucking meta? You've arrested like hundreds of them, haven't you, by this point?
I believe that my contract with the government states that I am allowed to house and incarcerate supervillains that we detain without explanation. That
No,
would
no, it's not
that
like
would
that. It ain't.
that would go for you as well.
No, it ain't like where I want to know. It's more like how the hell are you keeping them? Like as somebody who personally has had experience with how hard it is to keep a metahuman in jail, you know.
I assure you that it is not an issue for LexCorp Securities.
See, the thing about Lex Luthor is that he could be completely above the level. The motherfucker just talks like a megalomaniac 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he sounds suspicious as fuck all the time.
Yeah.
How are you holding up, man? You've kind of turned yourself into a bit of an atlas. You okay? Oh, yeah, you're Lex Luthor. You're above that, but like,
Yes, my suit gives me absolute ability to protect Metropolis. It is and always has been under the protection of Lex Luthor.
Deep Knight sort of mumbles under his breath. Of course, you couldn't prevent Steel's company going kablooey.
oh yeah, you should bring that. That was the thing you guys were talking about back with Moreau. What was that?
Basically, some of Lex's androids attacked Steel's factory, and Steel has suddenly gone missing.
Welcome to Under the Bus. I'm leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm letting that one hang in the air between Lex Luthor and Deep Knight.
Hard saying.
Yeah.
Yes, well, Steel's disappearance has nothing to do with me.
And and Deep Knight is just like trying not to throttle Lex Luthor as he just holds his hands behind his back to show restraint.
What's the what's the program now for these villains and stuff? Like what's you know, like we had people sent there. Is there like is it like a day? Is there,
They are held for the protection of the citizens of Metropolis.
yeah, but you got people from like South America and shit. I remember watching listening to mostly a video you arresting some heroes all the way like down below the border. And like it's if you are the smartest man in the world, obviously, like you have the reach to have been taken vigilante from pretty much anywhere you want, and there's nobody who can rightfully stop you. Justice League. Just as somebody who has been through that system, I'm just kind of curious what's the future for these.
The future is rehabilitation or incarceration.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see any problem with that. See what I told the Deep Knight? Like I get being intimidated by him, but he's not actively hurting people. Not any more than the last Justice League did, you know?
Deep Knight sort of muffled says, "You just don't see it."
It's the bald head, right? People always think that anyone with a bald head must be the villain.
Yeah, like Mr. Clean. Remember what he did to all those children?
He magic erased them.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you for talking with us, Lex. Like, really, I know that you got 150,000 things to do.
I do,
You know,
but I specifically wanted to speak with you.
me?
Yes, I'm going to need blood samples from all of you to ensure that this new virus going around, hasn't infected any of my metahumans.
Virus? What virus?
Oh, you haven't heard? There's a new virus going around. Um, it's just started, and it looks like it's going to be really bad.
Can I check to see if he's bluffing or not?
You could try to do an insight contest against Lex.
I mean, this is in the news.
I mean, bluffing about what he's going to do with the blood, I assume.
Yes,
Oh, that way, sure.
bluffing about the blood.
Viv, meanwhile, internally is gonna be like, yes, blood samples.
Do you have blood?
I do have blood, but my blood is fairly nanite rich.
Man.
Don't
Sorry, we
exactly
should
want-
ask. Do you have blood inside of you?
Shut your face. Yes, I have blood inside of me. It leaks out whenever holes are poked in me. The issue is my blood is filled with proprietary nanites that I can't let Lex examine. He probably is, amongst the humans on this planet, someone with the scope to begin to understand them, maybe. Which is not something I am permissive to.
Oh, let's kill him off. That's my bad.
So I'm gonna have to pull all the nanites out from every fucking corner of my body and contain them within my core, which is located just beneath my heart. Which I can do. It just takes a moment to fire up. So if it was going last.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. Of fucking course.
And so Lex is like, don't be silly. I need to protect my metahumans, and this is the safest way to ensure that you guys don't catch this plague. And also
I thought you were going after the healing factor or something. Honestly.
healing
Yeah.
factor. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know about my fucking I told you that was in several of my resumes.
Huh. I guess I must have slipped my mind.
You can.
Meanwhile, Viv is gonna have to look off to the side and go like, "Man, it's gonna be awkward if he examines my blood and doesn't find any nanites because I'm clearly a metahuman, but without the nanites, there's no explanation as to why." That's what they're
Like,
thinking
you
in
can have
their
my
head,
blood.
anyway.
Yeah.
You can have my blood whenever you want, man. Do whatever you want with the healing factor. Just don't clone me. There's already too many of them.
Huh. Yeah. I assure you, cloning is not what we're about here at LexCorp Laboratories. So, he doesn't draw your blood like himself or have like it done right now. He just has you guys schedule an appointment downstairs in the medical wing.
Yeah, okay. But I'm still getting ready for it.
Yeah. And then he says, "So tomorrow at the ceremony, I want you guys to line up by region and height. So, Tremor, you would be, in front, and
Sorry
Deep
about that. What did I miss?
Tremor would be in front. Deep Knight, you would be to his left, and Viv, and then finally Great King Rat. Uh, you know, finishing it off so that you guys go from left to right, from tallest to shortest.
I see.
Understood. Geek Knight sort of says through gritted teeth.
And Viv, try to have your uniform pressed and polished. And Tremor, I want your rock form to be as impressive looking as possible. And Great King Rat, I actually had a tailor whip this up for you, and he presents you with a briefcase. It's
It
a
opens up.
it's a metal case with a thumbprint lock. You press your thumb into it, and it opens, and it like decompresses, and there's a thin like spandex X-Men type of uniform in there.
Oh, hey, real superhero shit. Hell yeah. I don't have to do my fucking hero work in a fucking coat anymore.
Yeah, and it's got the Justice League symbol on it, and comes complete with like the belt and boots and everything to look like a legit superhero straight out of the comics.
This this means a lot, actually. Like, thank you.
Yes, no problem. I need you looking your best during our photo opportunity tomorrow.
Of course. And hey, if you're I know it's for the plague or whatever, but if your boys in the lab do find anything with using the healing factor in a way that doesn't make people just violently ill, could I get CC'd in on that email? It'd be kind of nice to have something to use in the field.
Yes, indeed. I shall have the lab start work on that immediately.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Indeed. Well, gentlemen, and he pushes a button and the door opens and he just turns and like starts booting up his holographic screens again.
I suppose we leave.
Did anyone
Over
else have anything?
Nope,
Nope.
I had nothing.
Nope.
All right. I knew you didn't, Deep Night. All right. So, was Killer Moth there with you guys?
Probably came to the building. Probably didn't want to show his face.
Okay, yeah. That sounds about right that, he might not want to deal with him directly. So you guys, leave and are now free to either go to the Justice League dormitory here in Metropolis or anywhere else you want, or talk or do whatever.
Here's like 30 seconds worth of just a stupid question. Any like weird familiar faces, like old league members or whatever, people you wouldn't expect to see.
In the
This is
dorm
like
in the dorm?
in the Justice League area. This is
Well, this
it,
is
this,
this is LexCorp, tower.
oh,
This isn't the official Justice League dormitory, which has been rebuilt. There's two of them. One is here in Metropolis, and it's like where most of the Justice League stays when they're in Metropolis. And then the other one, they are rebuilding the Watchtower out in space, and so there's a dormitory in there as well. It's not finished yet, but they are rebuilding it.
here's a weird question. Uh, Underneath the ground-based Justice League hall, there is a mausoleum specifically for familyless metahumans that have been killed by League members. What happened to that?
That has been, you know, sealed off when they rebuilt the dormitory.
Like Copperhead One and Zebra Man and the Weasel Man and a bunch of other Silver Age idiots are all buried under there.
Yeah. So it's still under there, but it's no longer accessible.
Yeah, fair enough. The people who cared about it aren't alive anymore either. Seems like
Any
a place.
recent threats that we should know about besides the plague?
The Atlanteans are obviously, a bit ornery, and we should watch for attacks from them. And
Know this? Anything else?
Who are you talking?
and we should all keep our eyes out for the, fake Superman.
Deep Knight sort of nods his head, even though he's still gritting his teeth. It says, then we shall look out for that.
Oh, we gotta talk to the Batman sometime soon. Let him know what might be coming. I'd feel like dog shit letting that kid get sent to a metahuman prison.
Yeah.
And honestly, it genuinely shouldn't be hard to get them like a Justice League badge. To be fair, they're all very competent people. Although most of them are probably not competent enough to avoid Lex if it came to it. What do you think, Viv? You think any of them could?
Viv?
Yeah.
You think any of our faux Batmen could actually avoid Lex if we went after him?
Man, that's so up in the air. I'd say I wouldn't put names to the predictions, but I would say in all likelihood 2 to 3 of them would avoid capture. Some will,
I'd,
some won't.
I'd put money honestly on the Catwoman Batman not getting arrested.
Yeah, she seems like a good number. I might put money to that too if I had any stake.
Either way, we should warn him before you know.
I'll see what I can to warn them anonymously. It probably wouldn't look good on us if we went out and did that overtly.
I mean, like, if it's a warning and also extending the olive branch of joining the Justice League, it might not look so bad.
Perhaps, but I think you and I know very well that that's very unlikely to happen.
You
Heat
probably get
Knight
that. Go ahead.
thinks to himself, I would hope they would deny it.
Probably would. Think they're too much in the hunt for glory to ever thinking about bending the knee to anyone right now.
The original Batman was a founding member of the Justice League.
And he founded the Justice League. They would be joining.
They aren't Batman. Like, that. People keep trying to fill these big fucking shoes. It's not gonna work. Like, if fucking Cheetah puts on the Wonder Woman costume, it's not gonna be the fucking same. You know?
It isn't, but we're not talking about actualities here. We're talking about what they're going to do. And we know up front they had enough ego to put on the suit in the first place.
No, I get putting on the suit. I genuinely do. That makes sense. Like, he's gone and crime is still happening. You put on the suit. But, like, you do it knowing that you're never gonna fully ascend to that spot, at least not soon, you know?
Did anyone give the impression that's what they believed? They seemed pretty confident in the next Batman routine. No asterisk.
I don't know. We didn't talk long enough with two of them. Yeah, the kids need to, maybe put on the Robin costume again and get a Justice League badge. But the other two,
Well, maybe you should try and talk to him then if you feel that kind of confidence. Or be out to Gotham.
I mean, it won't work, but I'll fucking do it.
Your choice. Like I said, I could probably tip them off anonymously without us taking a trip.
Fair enough. We'll try that, and I assume they'll get at least one of them will be angry enough to come talk to us about it.
If one of them is angry, well, they'll have to sort things out on their own, because done correctly, they won't know who's tipping them off. But hey, maybe if one of them has the investigative skills of Batman, it might come back to me. In any event. Arachnus, I'm going to remotely, through my connections, see if I can get a message out to the assorted Bat people of Gotham that Lex is probably coming for them.
Okay.
But, yeah, so I do that.
Yep.
You should. And Deep Knight sort of says to you in a whisper and says, you should also tell them the reason why he's coming after them, so they understand.
Yeah, because the vigilante.
Viv says it's pretty obvious why he's coming after them. Lex is making a system that they're not a part of, making them enemies of that system. It's just how everything works. No more words need to pass between me and them. Besides, it complicates things. Anyway, so that's that. What now?
Now you guys have your ceremony if you're ready for that. And,
Sure.
And all of the heroes are lined up. They have, like I said, heroes from Spain and South America and the Caribbean, and all of these heroes are all lined up receiving honors from the UN based on like things that they did. And when they get to Lex Luthor, they introduce him as the smartest man on the planet, the richest CEO to ever live, and the leader of the Justice League, and the future president of the United States of America, Lex something Lex Sebastian Luthor, and they call him up to the stage, and he flies up there in his suit and floats at the podium and just gives like a 45-minute long speech on like how important it is that heroes register and join the Justice League so that we know who the good guys are versus the bad guys, etc. And then eventually he personally puts the sash on each of you.
Huh. I see.
And then there's a big, applause, and there's a in memoriam of all the heroes that were lost, and then there's a moment of silence, and then they unveil a new statue to Superman that has been built in Heroes Park in Metropolis.
Ah.
And
Out
so
of curiosity, how long is that in memoriam?
it lasts about 17 minutes.
Holy shit.
Well, I imagine before the whole blood test thing, Deep Knight is going to try and get something to try and avoid, try and do something to sort of like stop the people from trying to take his blood.
I think that already happened, man.
Oh, sorry.
Well, your appointment wasn't for the same day in the lab. He needs you he needs you to come back now after the ceremony for your appointment. So
Oh,
do you guys go back for your appointment or no?
yeah. I
Yeah.
also want to leave a thing at the actual, like, with. Sorry about his motorcycle. With the actual Justice League folks trying to get put on the list of people for international, like, awful disaster response. You
And
know?
Deep Knight is going to try and grab something to switch up with the blood test. Specifically, the going to try and grab some sort of pig's blood and all that.
Where are you going to get pig's blood from, and how are you going to trick them with it?
That's a great question.
He's going to get like this sort of. He's going to get this sort of vial. He's going to try and ask his friends for vials, and he's going to go to a butcher shop.
I hate to be the one to ring and give grade Deep Knight, but this is like the most well-funded lab on the face of the fucking planet. They're going to know immediately that it's not like people blood.
But Deep Knight sort of looks to him and says, "Do you want him? Do you want Lex Luthor to try and, I don't know, take over your body with the sample of your blood or something?"
I mean, there is a thing going around. Honestly, if he wants the blood sample for whatever clandestine fucking reason, like get a database of our DNA or whatever, more power to him. He's either gonna get it from us willingly or unwillingly. You know, he'll take it off of the fucking gloves of whatever hero next of whatever villain next punches it out of you. He's gonna get it either way, right?
Yeah, also, like, if he puts in the time to control our bodies from a couple of drops of blood, fucking more power to him, I guess.
Yeah. I genuinely think it's because most of us have like a healing factor and shit. And you know, he's like you said, he's dealing with keeping one of those Supermen like stable,
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
honestly, I'm not even that scared of this thing that's going around, because, like, I've not been sick more than a day ever.
I've definitely been sick before, but also like I tend to get over it pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
And I'm uncertain if this virus is able to affect Atlanteans.
I honestly, if you got an immune system, man, I'd be more worried. Not because you know it's not. It's like going to a new place, you get all the fucking colds and shit.
Yeah. I'm honestly kind of amazed that, like, when we had first contact with the Atlanteans, you guys didn't just have a real,
Oh, we
like, we just didn't mutually have a really bad time.
Yeah, you guys could have all gotten ick and died.
They could have gotten fucking smallpox again.
Yeah. So,
rat catching drop.
you know, don't have to show up for your appointment, Deep Night, but, you know.
It might feels like if he does that, he's going to be on. He's things are going to get worse.
Yeah, but just that you know, like, if you do show up, it's going to be like a real phlebotomist. Like, you know, you're not going to be able to trick them with a vial of pig's blood.
Yes, he now understands this.
Okay.
That's why he's going to get his blood, but he's going to he's going to try he's going to try and get it before it falls into Lex's hands.
No. And how do you plan to do that?
If you're that shook up about the blood thing, I could whip up a spell for it. Make you have someone else's blood temporarily.
Is that possible?
Yes, with a deep polymorph, I could transform you into somebody who looks like Deep Knight, but is at the genetic level different. It'll change the makeup of your blood, such as to be unrelated to you.
Alrighty, that certainly sounds better than being controlled by Lex Luthor.
Alright, cool.
The only way
Adaracus, I'm assuming that I could whip something up like that within the context of my spell flexibility.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna go make that thing, and then I'm gonna come back and be like, alright, I can just, hit you with this spell before you go in, and when your blood is drawn, it won't actually be your blood. I just picked a random code off of the banks I had.
I also like the idea that Viv could just be completely lying about this and, like, you know. Oh, yeah, no, your blood is different.
Just
I'm not.
totally fucking with him.
I am not lying.
No, I
would be
didn't say you are. I just said you could be.
Yeah,
It would
fair
just-
point. That
It would just
would
be very funny if you were.
Yeah, but I'm not, because it's literally within my power, and I'm gonna do whatever if it makes my ally feel more comfortable.
You know, if you were lying, though, that's exactly what you would say.
I'm going to shut you and point out that I never have rolled a bluff check and you've never called for an insight check.
All right. Roll for insight.
Shut up. Anyway.
The one thing Lex Luthor could do with his blood to piss me off is make another Great King Rat. And if that happens, I will rain holy hell down on all of creation.
I see.
I'll go fully feral. I swear to God, I'll do it.
You know, it'd be funny to meet in this campaign.
So,
Master Splinter.
he does exist technically.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. I know. I just think that would be a little funny.
It would be.
Like a fucking Dark Mirror episode for Master Splinter and Great King Rat.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite possible that Master Splinter is a different dimension version of him.
Ah, man, if that's the case, you know, that's basically getting the fucking timeline short stick, isn't it?
For
Thing
who?
about it, for Great King Rat.
Why?
I don't know. I just think Master Splinter has a really good thing going.
Oh yeah, living in the sewer with 4 fucking teenagers for 35 years.
Well, yeah, but he's good at what he does, and he loves his sons, and you know, it may not be the most greatest thing in the world, but it seems like he led the life he wanted to.
Plus, he's
Oh
a
my God.
goddamn ninja master.
Yeah, that too. That wasn't as relevant to my statement. It was the other more wholesome stuff that I was caring about. But yeah, that too.
Wait. Great King Rat raised a kid too. Holy shit. Great King Rat had a daughter. He's had partners. He's like, oh my. The more you talk about it, the more it does kind of make sense.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, you can't prove that it's not true.
Well, we could kind of prove a negative there by finding Master Splinter in this timeline. That would kind of discredit the theory.
Listen, currently we have not seen GKR and Master Splinter in the same room.
Fair point. Anyway, excuse me.
1 second, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to role play out the whole lab thing. Like, you guys just do it if you do it, so.
Yeah, we do it.
Yeah.
The lab's gonna be pretty fucking annoyed because they're gonna get what's going to seem like 2 false reads, bring a lot of attention to this group.
Oh, you're doing that for yourself as well?
Well, I'm merely presenting that Viv is demonstrably, meta-human in some way, but because they're drawing in their nanites so that they can't be harvested, their genetics are going to appear like that of a normal human woman, whereas Deep Knight is going to have genetics as appears for
Also a
normal
normal human woman.
Shut up.
I think if you took, like, Zatanna's blood, you'd have, like, normal human stuff.
Anyway, so I'm just saying is that, if this gets heavily investigated, it might bring undue scrutiny upon the group.
Fair enough.
But I don't care. Problem for later.
Right? That's future Viv's problem.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe when they question me about it, I can make up something about like harnessing chi or something.
Like I said, I think if you took Zatanna's blood, it would be human blood. So there's probably precedent for this.
Fair enough.
Oh my god. Master Splinter and all these other like kung fu masters are really just superhumans that are fucking with everybody. Oh yeah, you gotta just harvest your chi, and then you can do that too. Go ahead, just punch the fucking cement block. Yeah. Oh, you did not harness your chi enough. Oh, try again.
God, I got to imagine in context, if Viv gave that explanation, who could even disprove it?
They just laugh at everybody who like fucking, smashes their forehead on a pile of concrete bricks because they told them all they had to do was harness their chi.
Like, that's a
Meanwhile,
very
they're
funny. Sorry.
what? Go ahead.
I said it's a very funny grift until somebody does harness their chi, and then you see somebody fucking powering up in front of you.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? It's real. All right, so yeah, you guys give your pint of blood and all of that. So
Do we get like snacks after?
you get an orange slice and a little cup of juice.
Fair. Yeah, take as much blood as you want, guys. I got plenty.
Actually, for you, they can probably only draw a half a pint.
No, like they can literally fucking insanguinate him. He would regenerate.
I don't know, you might have a sore throat after that one. I mean, you have regeneration, but it's not like you can spontaneously create moisture out of thin air.
I mean, yeah, they could, but like they could take all of his blood and replace it with fucking water, and
Just give him an IV. Ah, fuck!
no, they're under attack.
Ah, shit! That hurt like a bitch!
They stuck Viv with the needle and she's freaking out.
Shit. In character, I could actually imagine that since Viv is normally immune to pain, but maybe the reception block ends because their nanites aren't in effect.
Yeah, so this is the first time you felt something like this in a long time.
When Deep Knight sort of stuns there, sort of eyeing the doctors, making sure they aren't sticking anything in. There aren't anything there that the things that when you were
They aren't being injected.
yes.
Yeah. Also, to let everyone know, I wrapped my fingers across like my mouse pad really hard, and my mouse pad is a sheet of metal.
Oh.
Why is your mouse pad a sheet of metal?
Because it's an Insignia control surface mousepad,
Okay.
and it's a sheet of metal with two different like polymer surfaces on each side that allow you to physically change the sensitivity of your mouse by the way it interacts with the light, the laser beam that comes off the bottom.
Wow. Get yourself a thumb track and stop fucking around.
No. Anyway, ow.
I was about to say that sounds like some serious nerd shit.
Yeah.
Also, I would very much like one of those.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Nah, thumb track is the superior race.
I'm not in the thumb track. Do it, bro.
Don't be mean to the DM.
Oh, it's alright.
I can be as mean to the GM as I want.
Mean to the DM with fucking preference in mice.
So, you guys, have been honored and now you have given your blood and you are kind of free to do what you want to do for a little bit here.
Deep Knight goes to Vive and says, "All right, now they've taken my blood. You can change me back now.
The kind of makes a wavy hand motion and go like, oh, we're off in like 5 minutes.
You just gotta click your heels together 3 times and say there's no blood like my own.
Deep Knight sort of looks at her and says, yeah, I don't have to click my heels like in that Terranian movie with the Western girl.
Nah, heel clicking as a magic trigger has been out of style for a long ass time. It's hard to do.
What's the current? Everybody, what's the hot new trigger?
Huh? Oh, well, verbal is common. Typically, items and spells have verbal triggers and dismisses. I myself like to use the word. Well, that would have been silly of me. Never mind that.
What's the word? How do I change myself back to my...
Oh, well, your spell isn't
You
dismissible.
haven't
It wears
heard?
off in a few minutes.
You haven't heard about
No,
the word?
no, Adaracus,
Kill him
you do
off when
not.
I resurgent.
Cause
Deep Knight sighs and says, "Good. I'd rather not become under control when that happens."
Uh-huh, yeah.
Where did you even get the idea that he's gonna like do blood-based mind control like fucking Felix Faust?
Well, I mean,
I don't
technically, it's a
know. He's
mechanism
done
that could be
other
used.
sort of weird things.
I mean, hey, there are a million ways to get at a mortal's brain. Blood is just one of them. Valid choice, mind you.
I mean, yeah, but like for you, because you've got like magic and shit, I feel like there are several extant easier ways to control somebody. Spot somebody who had mind control fucking chips, and if he could figure it out and Luthor wanted it, why wouldn't?
Man.
This is directed
Can't answer those questions, but it is a kind of paranoia I can approve of. It's very, well, very thorough.
You're lucky Blink isn't here. He'd call you a fucking demon.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Also, you're quiet as hell right now.
Me?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's a little better.
All right. Angle my mic better.
Yeah. So, we've done all the things that we needed to do. Does anyone have any plans as to where to proceed at this very moment?
I mean, we got no reason to stay around in Metropolis. The city is bright like a fucking breakfast food commercial, and it makes me
Indeed.
Yeah.
And
Perhaps it might
what was
be
that
pertinent.
about contacting the Ocean Lord? About contacting Ocean Master on the phone?
I mean, if you want to, we still can, but it seems like Lex has it handled pretty readily. Like he took the initiative and made the offer up front, so now we kind of gotta wait for him to be like, "No, fuck you," before we try our angle. You know?
Yes. I fear that things will get worse if those,
Yeah.
like, he's going to allow Ocean Master to do very heinous things.
I mean, like, you're in Atlanta. Like, all right, I didn't want to bring this up earlier, but like you were talking about besmirching the honor of Atlantis. Every fucking time that Aquaman or whoever's in charge is gone for more than 15 fucking minutes in the Civil War. They turn the ocean red with their own blood every time there's a fucking power vacuum you could use to snap your goddamn thing. And they
Did,
have a right to be furious all the time because, like, we've made a fucking continent of garbage out in the Pacific Ocean, you know?
but that's yes, but in all honesty, but the Aquaman did better than what Aquaman did a better job at handling this mess, Bren, than what Ocean Master is doing it now.
Yeah,
You
but
said
he's
Aquaman's
dead.
dead. Yeah, Aquaman's fucking dead. He got his fucking head split open by Doomsday. There's
yes,
nothing we can do about that now. So we gotta deal with what we have, and if Ocean Master, like, does a thing that keeps the Atlanteans from hurting people or themselves, I feel like I don't like the guy either. We just kind of gotta swallow it, you know?
Deep Knight sort of surrounds his teeth and says, I just know something horrible is going to happen. I just know it. Know it.
You've got like a window down there. You got people that you're talking to. If something, if there's like rights violations that are persistent and terrible, we can absolutely like try to do something about that. But if the Atlanteans chose Ocean Master, we don't have any right to depose him.
Deep Knight just hushes up.
I mean, you know what I mean, right? Like, we're not the fucking CIA. We can't just fund a bunch of like a rebel group or something.
And
Cool.
and Deep Knight just sort of says, maybe so. And he just sort of continues on with the group.
Yeah, let's go see about hunting down a couple of those Batmen for fun. Doesn't seem to be anything else to do.
That would cheer me up, in my honest opinion.
All right, good. Even more
So,
reason.
so after you guys finish up, you just want to head back to Gotham?
Yeah. Metropolis ain't our place.
All right, so you guys head back to Gotham, and now you are back in Gotham.
Has the city burned down in our stead?
Well, there have been a couple fires, but no, it has not burnt down.
Just the normal amount of buildings on fire in Gotham,
Correct.
which is still like 6 at a time for some fucking reason.
Yeah, it's not zero, but yeah.
We gotta do something about that at some point, don't we?
Well, getting rid of all of the flammable insulation in the walls of some of the old buildings might help.
Honestly, I thought it was gonna be like. I think if you boiled it down to it, it would be all the flammable, like cheap ass construction materials that the slumlord fucking building owners have, and then the fact that every fucking street corner in Gotham has 3 homeless guys in trench coats warming themselves around a fucking oil campfire.
Yep.
I love this city.
So,
Let's there's so many. It can't take too long, honestly, if we do our normal patrol route to find a fucking Batman doing something, considering how many of them there are. And hey, if you don't bump into a Batman, we'll bump into crime.
So as you guys go out doing your normal patrol thing, go ahead and roll for your awareness.
All right.
It's a 6.
That's a 22.
Great King Rat, you smell a familiar smell on the air.
And Deep Knight rolled a 17.
And a 14 for killing off. Patrolling.
You can smell the scent of Damian Wayne out on patrol with Ace the Bat Hound.
And Deep Knight can certainly hear the bark of Bat Hound.
He didn't bark. He's well trained.
So how did Deep Knight know they were coming?
Deep Knight
Oh,
doesn't.
Great King Rat told them.
I rolled a 17, though.
Right.
And he's fucking Batman's kid.
What's your bonus to your awareness? 3. So you got a total of 20. So you missed the cutoff of 21.
Ah.
Yeah, he's Batman's kid. He moves like a fucking shadow.
But Great King Rat smelled him,
Oh yeah.
which is harder to hide.
Almost impossible to hide.
Almost. Because
Oh,
even if you mask it, then you can smell the masking agents and all that. So
if Great King Rat was like twice as strong as he was back when he fought Batman, he could have found the bag. Like if he was strong enough to get away. But he absolutely would.
So you eventually are able to track them down through scent, and you can see that he's jumping, over the rooftops while Ace runs through the alleys below.
Gonna let Tremor and the others deal with Ace. Gonna climb up and say, hey, one of these days you're gonna trip and fall, kid.
I'm not gonna trip and fall. I'm Batman.
I actually came to talk to you about that.
Don't even try to convince me to give up the cowl. Dick couldn't convince me, and neither will you.
How about how about a million Lex bots of fucking loaded plasma rifles?
What?
Yeah. Lex is thinking about cracking down on the vigilantes, which is you guys. This is an olive branch, a real extension, because you're a hero, obviously.
Obviously, I'm the greatest hero that Gotham has.
Top 10 at least. Obviously, the Justice League Gotham branch is you have to have, but you have to join under an uncontested name.
I suppose I could come lead you.
You can certainly lead a branch of it. We got a lot of you don't have powers, right?
I'm the most powerful.
Outside of training, you don't have any metahuman powers.
And he just starts performing his ninja shit on you to where you were talking to him and all of a sudden he appears behind you and he's like, "How's that for no powers?"
I mean, Batman was open about the fact that he was a human being. And he could do that too, and I couldn't even track him. I couldn't even track him with smell. You know.
What are you trying to say?
That I don't know. You're a decade or two off from filling those shoes.
I'm twice the Batman my father was.
You don't mean that. You know you don't mean that.
I
Come
just,
on.
I
Let's
just,
not be.
I miss him so much.
I miss him.
And
I miss him.
he starts to cry.
Great King Rat's gonna switch back into Great King Dad mode and give him like a half hug. It's okay. I get you.
He cries into your shoulder for a good while, and then, he's like, I need to make things right by him. The last words
And
I ever said to him was that I hated him and didn't want to work with him anymore.
and you know that he didn't believe that. You know that. And the best way to make things right by him is to be the best hero that you can, not to attempt to be a reflection of him. There is a hero inside of you that is better than Batman, and it's not somebody wearing the cowl.
How can I be a hero if I'm not, like him?
I mean, you'll always be like him. He was your mentor, your father. He was your whole world. But like, you don't have to walk directly in those footsteps. You know, the legs that left those footsteps were longer than yours, kid. And if you keep trying to follow them, you're gonna end up, you know, you end up hurting yourself, if not
You're
worse.
you're gonna sprain your groin.
Pretty much, you know. There is a space in the Gotham Justice League for a Robin or whatever you want to be, and it's a space that I think the Batman would have been proud seeing you fill.
Go ahead and roll for what is it? Persuasion.
God, I have -3. I have 3 unspent hero points. We're at 72 now, right, Viv?
Wait, what?
What's our hero point total? Like power point total?
I don't know. It seems like everyone's is different.
Yeah, but we've had the same amount of sessions.
We have? I thought I
think-
joined like a session after you.
No, yeah.
So like
Shit.
no one's PowerPoint total is different. I know my total is 179, but I'm pretty sure that's different from everyone else's.
How is yours 179? Tremors is 172.
Oh yeah, because there was also that thing where like I have effectively 10 bonus points because the stamina thing doesn't work on the sheet. So I get the 10 bonus points for not having a stamina score. Which
I
means
have
that adjusting for that, my total is supposed to be
178.
like 169.
Mine is 178.
Yeah, you had a few sessions before us. I have 3 points. I'm gonna put them. I've been doing so much fucking talking to people. I'm gonna put them all in persuasion. Like
Okay. Yeah.
now it's instead of -3. Did we get any points for last week?
1.
We did?
Yep.
All right. So, you have convinced him to drop the Batman uh, cowl and redon the mantle of Robin.
Hell yeah.
there's no way it's going to be even close to that easy for anyone else. But the fact that we got one of them even is immense. Hey, you don't happen to know the routes that your brother works?
Yeah, he's been working Gotham's east side lately. Apparently,
Yeah,
there's been some increased activity in the crime scene in the underground club scene.
Uh, well, you know where the base is. Kite Man will make you a fucking. He'll make you whatever you want. Actually, he's honestly a shockingly good chef. Kite Man,
He's a what?
shockingly good chef.
Kite Man appreciates the compliment.
He certainly has more honor than Lex Luthor.
Kite Man's just trying to do right by the Justice League.
Kite Man's great. The fact that Kite Man is here, still here, doing good stuff, fantastic. Chef's kiss.
Kite
Every time I
Man,
remember
oh yeah.
Every time I remember the fact that Kite Man is like just loitering in this fucking city doing Kite Man things, it makes me very happy.
Kite Man has a very open schedule.
He does patrols that only ever end with him calling somebody else because he's Kite Man, and that's fine.
Kite Man needs both hands to control the kite.
We got him a Bluetooth thing.
Yes, but that's why I can't, fight crime. I just call you on my Bluetooth phone because I need both hands.
Yeah, I have nothing but respect for Kite Man.
Kite Man respects you too.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the east side and see if we can't hunt down Nightwing. Which I feel like if he knows we're coming, it's going to be fucking impossible.
Kite Man spotted Batwing just before. He's over by the old bell tower.
I'm going to treat you to a steak dinner for this one, Kite Man. You're fantastic.
Kite Man can't wait.
See, this is a verbal tick that I can get behind. Instead of just saying your fucking name over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. I could be saying, Kite Man is a kite, man.
Hey, King Shark started saying Great King Shark, so I assume he's friends with Great King Rat now.
or no, it's Kite Man is a man.
Or Kite Man is a kite, man.
Yeah. So anyway, over at the old bell tower on the east side, it's a huge tower with a bell in it that used to be part of an old church that has long since crumbled away, but the great stone tower remains, and it just rises up in the middle of a bunch of like really seedy kind of like clubs, dance clubs and everything, and perched atop some of the old gargoyles is a figure in a black long cape and a pointed mask, a pointed eared mask.
When I catch with him, I'm just gonna be like, hey, yup. Batwing, are you up there?
I keep watch over the city while the city sleeps.
You want to talk up there or down here?
What? It's kind of hard to hear you from way up here.
All right, I'm gonna. Travis, why would Oh, that is. Please say that out loud, Tremor. That's fucking hilarious.
I'm going to wait until we get done with all this serious stuff to do it.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, Great King Rat will climb up there, and anybody else who wants to follow him is welcome to.
Wait, hold on. I'll come down by you. And he leaps off of the gargoyle and floats down as you're like halfway up the building.
Oh, hey, cool. Just gonna hitch a ride then and see see how well that works.
You just jump off the side of the building onto him.
Yeah, just grab his fucking ankles.
Hey, what are you're throwing off my balance, and you guys begin to like spiral down, and you kind of hit the ground a little rough, and everybody takes one bruise.
He
Oh, that,
sort of like sees it and sort of lets out a little chuckle.
oh shit, fuck! I thought you could fly. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry. I thought
No,
this was like a jet boost thing and not
I I
a glide.
glide.
All right, yeah, I got you. I mean, Kite Man can hold me.
Kite Man is happy to hold you anytime.
Don't put it like that, Kite Man. We gotta talk to you. Did you get the message that got sent for you?
I get all the messages.
Then you know what's up with Lex, right?
I am what's up.
All right. Hero to hero, drop it, please.
Drop what?
We can go into a building or something if you want to, like, not have to talk like that.
This is how I talk.
He's gonna gesture into somewhere that nobody will see them.
You guys are on the east side, so there's like some bars and buildings that have been like condemned and boarded up.
Yeah. We go. Group wants to talk to him in the second floor of like a condemned bar.
Okay, we're alone now. What can I do for you?
You know that Lex Luthor's gonna crack down on like vigilantes, so right?
I always have worked in the dark. It's my friend.
I mean, yeah, no, I get that. I also like a bit of stealth in my approach, but also he will send literally a million Lex bots with fucking plasma rifles and shit after you, and you might actually die. Like it's not like
If if
death
you
or prison.
if he
It's
wants to
like I'm not.
if he wants
He
to
wants to literally.
if he
Sorry,
wants
go
to
ahead.
come after me, may the may the best man win.
I, it's not a best man thing. It's more of a like he's got billions of dollars and robots with guns, and we have a way for you to not have to worry about that at all.
So did Bruce Wayne, and look what happened to him.
He, I don't know what happened to Bruce Wayne.
He got fucked up by Doomsday.
Wait, Bruce Wayne was Batman?
Wait. I thought we already established all this.
Oh yeah, we were in the fucking bat. See, we were underneath there, but I didn't know if Bruce Wayne was just like an aloof guy who let that happen underneath his house, or you know.
Yeah, he's like Mark Cuban and just like really enjoys hanging out with those guys.
That would be honestly, no joke. That would be like 100 times better if Batman was actually just like some guy and Bruce Wayne was his fucking hanger-on friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so fucking funny. Regardless, if you sign up under the Justice League Gotham, you can keep doing exactly what you're doing uh, without issue.
I see. You guys do need a leader.
we don't really have a leader, and it's been kind of good with that. Like we all work together. It's a collaborative effort. It succeeds or fails on the backs of everyone. It's a good thing.
An
We
army
don't have
with an army without a general can never achieve victory.
okay. The Joker, Azazel, uh, Poison Ivy. It's like
I would not elect any of them as our leader.
no, we beat them. We won. We I don't know. Poison Ivy's got like a fucking master's degree. She's probably good at it. Um, Regardless, like if you want to come join, you'd have essentially the exact same amount of oversight you do now, which is we'll come and get you if you get captured, as long as you don't start fucking killing people. Where you know
The
you might have
Batman,
to do it.
the,
You have to do it under an uncontested name.
the Batman is a symbol that must exist in this city, even if the city won't accept it.
I mean, you're right. So what's the copyright? What's the copyright on that kind of thing? Actually,
What, are you guys gonna sue him under IP infringement?
no. I mean, like, could Lex be mad that there's a second Batman as long if he's under the Justice League? Like, does the Justice League own that name now that Batman's dead?
Oh yeah, definitely. The Justice League owns all the rights and likenesses of all of its members, especially the ones who have died in, the line of duty.
Uh, well, good news for one. We have seen so far 4 Batman air quotes, that have been like good people that we want to work with, and one of them is rejoining the Justice League as a Robin.
That's good. But I have bigger problems. Jason Todd is back, and he's killing criminals. He must be stopped.
Yeah, okay, we can help with that if you promise to sign up potentially under Nightwing.
What? Did we miss Crisis on Infinite Earths?
What do you mean?
Jason Todd is in Red Hood,
Crisis
right?
on Infinite
Out of
Earths.
game.
Yes, Jason Todd as in Red Hood. Red Hood had already been dealt with by Batman when he was Red Hood, Red Hooding it, and he refused to work with Batman at the time and went away. But now that Batman's dead, he's back as Batman, but he has a red Batman symbol and wears the Red Hood mask yet.
All right, I'm going. After the game is over, I'm going to have to bother you about this because, as far as I know, he came back during Crisis on Infinite Earths.
He might have, but
Like
it
Superboy fucked with some shit while they were doing the Crisis, and then Jason Todd was back, and he decided to go on a murder rampage.
yeah, and that might be how he came back, in that. But for this timeline, after Batman defeated him as Red Hood, he just went away for a while, and did his own thing. He didn't, fight crime under any alias or do anything like that. But now that Batman died, he's come back out of hiding and is trying to claim Batman status
I've been called away to do something. I'll be back when I can.
okay.
Right.
So
I just more mean like how he became Red Hood in the first place, because we've established that Joker very
yes,
much killed him.
yes, yes.
Before he was introduced to the infamous pool of Lazarus.
I'm fine with this being a mystery both in and out of game, Just like I was putting my understanding out there, and I could just be totally wrong about comics because I don't read DC a lot.
Oh, well,
That's
if you mean, so there's a couple different possible origins. One is that the Joker beat him within an inch of his life, and he actually somehow survived and, went crazy for all those years before coming back as the Red Mask or
Yeah,
the Red Hood.
yeah,
And
the animated like kid Joker shit.
Yep, yep. And so there's that one. There's another one where he was killed, was put into the Lazarus pit by Raj Al Ghul's people, and became crazy as a result of all of that. And then I do believe there is one where he was killed after he was Red Hood, and then came back because of the crisis on Infinite Earths. So there are several possible, ways that he is alive. And as you said, in this timeline, you don't exactly know. But what is known is that he was Robin. Joker, did the crowbar tune up on him, and then years later he came back as the Red Hood, killing criminals. Batman stopped him. He went into hiding, and now Dick Grayson just revealed that he's back, claiming to be Batman, wearing a Batman costume, but with the Red Hood mask, but like with pointed ears. So it's like a half a Batman mask, but Red Hood style, and then a red Batman symbol and guns.
Yeah,
yeah.
I I was also just asking because it would have been very funny to me that we just missed the Crisis on Infinite Earths because we were busy micromanaging Gotham.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. There's definitely still a big time Crisis on Infinite Earths event coming, but for right now,
Neat.
it's not happened.
Yeah.
I think the fact that there's a fake Batman killing people with a gun. Sorry, one sec. That should be more of a
So
reason to like not wear the Batman towel for a bit at least.
No, I must show people that Batman is not Jason Todd.
We want to help you with that. Like we want to make we we could set up like a real Batman. Like we'll get that done. Like one of you will wear the cowl
Yeah, me.
potentially. But like for now, we'd like willingness to maybe join as in the old blue uniform uh, until we can get the whole Batman killing people sort of thing, you know, thing sorted out, so that you don't get arrested by. Again, I need to uh, emphasize millions of fucking robots with guns.
My skills are not for sale to Lex Luthor or anyone else.
We're not buying them. It's just like the exact same amount of oversight that I believe the original Batman put himself under when he founded the fucking league.
Batman came and went as he pleased.
And you can too, honestly, as long as you're like you have the thing, and if you fucking kill somebody, we'll have to do something about it.
No killing. That's like my one rule.
Exactly, exactly, and like you don't try to back me up on this, right? They don't do anything that we find super egregious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep Knight sort of looks to him and says, I know that Lex Luthor is just some slug, but you must understand, if if we do anything rash now against him, like do that whole vigilanteism, we're only going to make ourselves look like the bad guys. I know that it sounds like it's crazy coming from my mouth, but Drinking Rat just told me to stop making a mess.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make criminals afraid like they make others afraid.
You can do that and still be on our team. It's actually probably more effective.
Can we be Team 3-Star?
Well, there's like 6 of us,
Alright, I have returned.
including you.
I just think we should get like matching jackets or something.
Aw, dude, that would be cool.
Anyway,
I'd go for
I'm
some
sorry,
matching
but I
jackets.
have to decline your offer. The Batman must remain independent.
Okay, but why though?
Well, so that, you know, none of the ladies, think that I'm not single.
I don't think Batman had an issue with that.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I mean, I am
Mhm.
Batman, but. What? Shut up. You tricked me.
It's a
Look,
deal.
look. Can
Good
we
deal.
can we just try and figure out how to solve the problem with the murderous red Batman?
There's only one thing that Jason Todd understands, and that's violence.
Violence.
So we're gonna
Yep.
give it to him.
Yeah, okay. We can do that.
Good. He's in that building there.
Wait, what?
Oh,
He's right here?
that's convenient.
It's
Yeah.
incredibly convenient. Why haven't you done anything about it?
What the fuck do you think I'm doing out here? I've been keeping an eye on him. I think he's gonna strike because tonight the infamous mob boss, insert the jackass's name here, is going to be in attendance, and I think Jason means to take him out.
Sid the Squid.
Yeah.
Carmine Falcone.
No, not him.
Big Jake. No, wait, that's the world's largest horse.
Yeah,
Let's go to
he's
the
here to
Batman
kill a horse.
category mobsters.
Honestly, I'd believe it if you told me that there was a Silver Age Batman comic where the world's largest horse is a mob boss in Gotham.
That would be
Yeah,
very funny.
they call him Jake. Jake the horse.
I thought it was James Baxter.
No, that's an animator.
Yes, but it's also the name of a horse.
Yeah, but Big Jake is the world's biggest horse. That was the beginning of the joke, and then instead of Jake the snake, it's Jake the horse.
Yeah. Well, because you know how mobsters always have, like Nick the Nose and all that? That's
Yeah.
Jake. Jake the horse.
Yeah, no, well, we're happy to help you with this, of course, because it's our job. And when the problem is dealt with, I'll leave the choice up to you as to whether or not you want to take this again. Incredibly beneficial. Like seriously, we're gonna let you do exactly what you're doing, except you fucking spit in Lex Luthor's face as far as him being able to do anything.
Yeah.
I hope you understand. I want this criminal scum brought to justice too. But justice never came from the end of a gun.
Yeah, no, we get it.
Yeah, no, that didn't have anything to do with what we just said.
Are you okay? Do you smell toast?
How many fingers am I holding up?
Look, the medication I'm on says that you might experience memory loss and octopus dysplasia.
Pardon?
What was that second one?
I think you're having one of those waking nightmares. I think I am too.
You want to like take a seat, Matt? You want to like sit down for a minute?
Batman never sits. He stands for justice.
Then why don't
Why-
you be Nightwing for like 30 seconds and go take a seat on that bench?
Why was there a chair in front of the Bat computer?
He's got you there.
That was for show. It was a display model.
Wait, no. Actually, fuck you. Fuck you. How'd you drive the car?
The
Flintstones it.
The car is self-driving.
So
But-
no.
Yes,
You're
it
telling
is.
me that
Watch
he-
this.
No. Shut up. You're telling me that he is in the fucking Batmobile, standing, like fucking crouching.
Like in a pool, yes.
Like he's fucking like a fucking Slavic guy in a tracksuit, fucking crouching in the Batmobile while it drives him around.
He does push-ups in the back.
It's not that big. It's not that. I've been in the fucking Batmobile. He was sitting in the Batmobile.
You will never catch me sitting in no chair.
This is silly.
How does he sleep?
Batman doesn't sleep.
Yeah, like,
He stays up to watch crime.
this is exactly why we shouldn't have people trying to be Batman, because the guy was a fucking freak. Like, all the time. He did not live a healthy life.
So I think that this is a little bit exaggerated.
Yeah, there's a bit of like non-canonness to some of these answers, but the gist of it is that he wants to go and fuck up Jason Todd and protect a mobster, and if you guys want to help him, he needs you to understand that it's not that this mobster deserves protection, it's that justice never came from the end of a gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get that.
We agree with that.
So, you guys are climbing back up the bell tower because he says, the plan is this. I'm going to shoot down to the roof and come in through the skylights. I want you guys to surround the building on either side so that he can't make a break for the exits. If he comes running out, restrain him until I get there, and I'm going to knock him out with this. And he shows you Batman brand Red Hood knockout spray.
Deep Knight looks to him and says, I'll wait at one of the entrances.
That's very specific and very funny.
And he says, great. You can help in case he has any fish allies.
Deep Knight says, I resent that.
He's not wrong, though.
Yeah.
Oh, to be fair, I did more against the fist last time than you did.
I punched an octopus.
So, are we
I
about to
made
get into a
friends.
punch up?
Yeah.
I don't really like have any time to complete any amount of a punch up. So I'm
Oh,
leaving. Like,
okay. Then we'll leave on the cliffhanger when we get to it. But yeah,
yeah,
we're gonna just kind of do a little bit more setup then, and then we'll cliffhanger it.
yeah.
I also have like a dinner thing I need to. They have ribs tonight, and we had to pre-buy them like Tuesday,
Ooh.
and 4:30 is the time I have to go get them,
Oh,
or
okay.
as close to.
Oh, okay. No problem. So I'll get to the cliffhanger quickly then. So
Yeah.
basically, he lays out the plan for you guys. He wants one person to come with him. So who would be the best suited for working side by side with Batman?
I'm the stealthiest by far.
Okay,
I like to call him Night Bat.
sure.
Oh, yeah, Batwing.
Uh,
Batwing.
yeah, and then he wants one team in the front and one team in the back. So who's going, in the front and who's going in the back?
Uh, he'll be. Deep Knight will be in the back.
Um,
I'll
Killer
go
Moth
front.
will support Deep Knight.
Okay, so Killer Moth and Deep Knight take the back. Tremor takes the front. Great King Rat is going with Batman. And Viv, what do you want to do? Hello?
Viv died.
Wait, sorry, what?
Uh, are you going to support Tremor in the front or Deep Knight and Killer Moth in the back? Or do you want to make the case of why you should go with Batman instead of Great King Rat?
No, I'll support Drama.
Okay. So we have two teams of two in the front and back, and then Great King Rat and Batman makes the final team of two going in the top. So you guys all get into position, and Batman launches the grappling hook, and Great King Rat and him slide down the zip line to the roof. They open the skylight and watch as Red Hood Batman makes his way over to a private booth. And you guys know that it's now or never. You jump down to stop him, but right as you shout out, to stop right there, you turn and look and see that it's not just Red Hood Batman. Over in the corner, Nightwing, the other Nightwing, is also working with him, as well as Huntress, and in the rafters somewhere, a sniper is taking aim at you guys as well. Uh, I'm going to tell you for the purposes of out of character knowledge, it is Deadshot. He is working with all of the most deadly assassins and vigilantes left here in Gotham, and they're aiming to take out this mobster once and for all. So we will pick up next week with the battle in the nightclub and see how well you do. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone,
Good
good gaming.
gaming.